Take a walk with me and let's talk about motherhood, because there's been so many lessons that I have learned about motherhood that I think is important to share. The first one being that being a mother in America is a whole different it is a whole different ball game. Raising children in broken communities and raising children in no communities at all in an individualistic society taught me so much. I learned so much about isolation. I learned so much about the importance of relationships. I learned so much about the interdependence that we have to one another, the connection, and how things happen so much easier, and life is so much more worth living when you are in community with support of people that know you, that love you, that see you, and which led me to a beautiful lesson and spark of curiosity about community, about what it means to be in community with those that you love, what it means to be in community with your comrades, with your brothers and sisters, human beings. What does it mean to be truly tribal? And which is something that is already within us. We already have memories of that. And how do we access that again? Because I truly believe, and also motherhood has showed me that that is our next step of our evolution, of our growth, is community. Getting clear about who our community is, getting clear about the communities that we want to be in, being intentional about creating the communities that we want to see around us, that we want to be a part of, in the communities that we know is lacking and the world needs in this time and space that we are in. Motherhood also taught me about my womanhood. It taught me about this incredible feminine energy that is within me. Motherhood forced me to ask for help, which was so important, so needed, for someone that is always there helping others, to ask for support, to learn to embrace being receptive and enjoying just receiving and resting, and enjoying the simple things of life rather than being in this masculine of doing, executing, producing, which is cool. And being the divine feminine, embodying, enjoying the energy of power, of sensuality, of pleasure, of receiving, of nurturing, of submission and submitting. Oh, motherhood opened me up to the possibilities of what it can mean to be a woman. What does it mean to be a woman to you? How does it feel good to be a woman? How can you express that in your clothing? How do you express that in your smile? How do you express that with those that you love? How do you express your womanhood in your work? How do you express it in your leadership? How do you express it in your gifts and in what you're offering to the world? How do you express your femininity? Your womanness. Motherhood also opened me up to my responsibility in a different way. I think growing up, I've always wanted to have an impact on the world. I always wanted to change the things that didn't feel good and the things that hurt others. I always loved people and wanted them to be happy, yes. Now, once I became a mother, the responsibility that I have to Mother Earth, to Gaia, to this planet, to the many human beings that are young, the ones that have yet to be born, that responsibility woke up in me times 10 million. And that with that awakening of that responsibility, it made me really want to get intentional about how I show up, who I say I am, who am I embodying, who I want to be in the world, what kind of woman do I want my son to see me to be, how much of my womanhood do I want my son to see, right? What will femininity, what will womanhood represent to my son as a man? So many desires came forth for me that were directly tied to my responsibility. Talking about my little guy, he is in the back, coming towards me now. It woke up my responsibility to this planet, to you. It woke up my responsibility to nature, to just how I show up and how in what I do with my energy, what I do with my power, how I choose to use this incredible potent power that I have within me, my direct connection to God. How will I change this planet? What will I do? And how important being connected to that is, being so very clear and not just waking up every single day just doing, flowing with the currents of society, but instead getting out of the currents for a second and really checking in with yourself. What are you here to fucking do? What are you here to do? What gifts, medicine do you have to offer the world through your unique story, your unique perspective, your unique knowing, your ancestors, your land, what you come from? There is such a complexity and uniqueness to you that comes with responsibility. And motherhood woke that up even in an even bigger way within me. And that's a little bit of what motherhood woke up in me and what I learned, and there is so much more. Peace, peace, peace. I love you. Take care of yourself. You are the most important person in the world. Don't you forget it. And look at my guy. Look at my guy. Or my guys. Because look at my other handsome man. And my son. Amaru. Hey, buddy. Hey.